I initially used to think that sales was the most important department for every organization. Yes, it's important, but there's a department that so many people don't really think about. Yet, if you don't pay attention to it, no matter how much you sell, you're never going to grow. And that department is the one thing they call the retention department. I mean, sales brings people in. At the bottom, there's a hole. So if you don't work on filling that hole and finding out of how do I keep my customers around longer, it means no matter how many new people you bring in, your business is never going to grow because you're bringing as they fall. You're bringing as they go down, as they go down. So in that way, you never ever grow. Now, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about what have we done in regards to retention. Keep in mind that this is something we're still learning, so I'm sharing what I know. In fact, if you can, leave a couple of comments for me so that I could also learn from you as well. All right, so now what we figured out there so far is there are three main things that you need to learn when it comes to retention. Number one, you need feedback, because feedback is extremely important. No matter the service you're providing, no matter the product you're offering, it's always important you get some kind of feedback. Talk to your customers on a regular basis. In fact, for us, we have standardized this so that every 3 days we're calling a set of customers, just asking them about how they're using their product, what exactly they need to be improved on. That way, you're learning from the people that are using your product on what to do next and how to tweak it to improve this a lot better. As an example, initially what we thought people needed was just leads and the ability to engage those leads. But the more we interacted with customers, for the trendy platforms specifically, we learned that people need to do things like qualification, to do things like conversion rate analysis, and all this we learned simply by getting this feedback that I'm talking about. Now, the second thing is communication. Have regular communication with your customers. Say I'm in the world of digital marketing. Every once in a while, I need to come up and ask, man, so far, am I doing a good job? Oh, here is what I have learned so far. Does this make sense to you? That communication really goes a long way. Sometimes we onboard someone, get them started, and the whole month goes without us saying anything, especially the bigger customers. You'll notice that these people are not really dependent on your product a lot. They're not using it on a day to day. But that one communication keeps you in memory over and over again. So the more you communicate, the more you send them relevant information that you've come up with yourself, it really goes a long way towards keeping these people around. For us, we send an automated email now, we send an automated SMS, just updating someone on man. This is what is going on. We appreciate you. It's that simple. Then the third thing is we decided to focus a little bit more on the onboarding process. The onboarding process. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The first 48 hours of your interaction with any customer are the most important. How this customer perceives about your brand, what this customer perceives about your brand are fully dependent on how they interact with you for the first 24 hours. So the moment this customer is getting started, make sure you have a structure of how do we get this done? How do we make sure this person has the best experience? What are we doing first? What are we doing second? Structure it for your business so that there are no mistakes. Because once the customer gets a bad perception about you, by the end of the month, they're going to vote with their money. Do a bad job. They just won't resubscribe. They won't come back to you. They'll just keep quiet. Most of them will just keep quiet at the end of the day. But so far, this is what we have been working on as a brand, and I'm getting to notice how much more us closing this bottom of the funnel when it comes to retention plays a role in overall growth. I mean, you can sell 100 times, but someone who sells 20 every month and keeps those 20, in 3 years, they're going to be a lot bigger than you who's selling 100 and losing 80 of them in the next 6 months. So work on that retention for your business. That's my tip for today. Don't forget I share a ton of content on sales and marketing. If that's your kind of content, please drop me a follow. Bye-bye for now.